about me. First of all, I am currently single and looking. And I give great gifts. Case in point, Joe. Joe and I were young and in love, and when you're young and in love, you do things like talk about each other's dreams. Joe had always wanted to be an oceanographer. He'd just never gotten beyond watching Shark Week every year. So, for Joe's birthday, I decided to make his dream a reality. I signed him up for scuba diving lessons. And because this was going to be an important part in our future together, I signed myself up as well. So, I was excited, I was in love, I was making Joe's dream come true. He was so happy when he opened his birthday present, I swear he almost smiled. We passed the written tests fine, no problem. Then came the morning of the pool test. This is when I got a little nervous. I actually can't swim. I never learned how. So I was a little worried about that. But it turned out you just need to be able to do 4 laps in an Olympic-sized pool. You can do it however you want to do it. So Joe passed right away, and then he proceeded to roll his eyes a lot, while I doggy paddled very meticulously until I finally completed. They passed me, and we got moved on to the next stage, open water. So it was when I got to the hotel in Florida that I first noticed the water. It was everywhere, as far as the eye could see. And I kind of put it out of my mind before now because I was in love. But I'm actually terrified of water. I took a shower this morning, thank you. I can handle a jacuzzi just fine. But open water, the kind that you can't see the end of, terrifies me. See, I'm from the shore. If you're not from New Jersey, it's the beach. And one of my earliest memories is my mom telling me the story of this monster called the undertow. And I thought she was teasing at first. The undertow grabs your ankles and pulls you up to Mexico and you die. And then I went in the water, and I got sucked under, and the undertow tried to kill me. And the next summer, same thing happened, next summer, same thing happened, etc., etc. And so I decided if I wanted to live, I just wouldn't go in past my ankles. So we're in Florida, and I decided I should just share this with Joe, and I say, Joe, you know, I don't think it's such a good idea that I go in past my ankles. And I thought he'd be okay with it, because I got him this great birthday present, but it turns out, you know, you need a buddy to dive with, and he was really concerned that I was going to ruin his trip. So I saw the logic of that, and I decided I'd go ahead with the dive this morning. So dive morning comes, and you know, we get on the boat and head out into the middle of the ocean. And everyone else seems to be okay with this. They haven't heard about the undertow. But then I remembered the other reason I haven't been on a boat in 20 years. I get seasick. Really easily. So the instructor told me to focus on the horizon, find a place that's not moving, and just keep watching it. And of course, there was no place that wasn't moving. Even when the boat stopped moving, the horizon didn't. So I got my gear on, got the double checked, and ran to the back of the boat. I was convinced that I should just be the first one in the water, because once I got in the water, it'd be like being in the pool, and I could finally stop moving. It was good, because the lurching feeling in my stomach distracted me from the fact that I was going to die when I got in the water. So, a few things happened when I got in the water. First of all, I realized you don't stop moving in the water, you're still going up and down. Secondly, you can't focus on the horizon anymore, because the waves are over your head. And lastly, you're in the way over your ankles, and there's no place to put your feet down. So I panicked, flipped out, and I started doggy paddling as fast as I could back to the boat. But the instructor grabbed my tank and turned me around and said, "Are you okay?" I was very concerned. Joe wasn't, he was on his way down. And I thought about Joe, I thought, this is for love, this is for Joe, focus, pull it together, Jessica. And the instructor said, okay. I started to nod my head yes, but then I just vomited. figured that would be easier. So we watched my vomit wash out to Mexico. Then the instructor said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yes." He said, "It's going to be calmer below." I said, "Great. Maybe this wouldn't be so bad." And with that, before he put his mouthpiece in, he said, "And when we get down there, if you have to vomit, just make sure you blow it through your mouthpiece or you're going to run out of air." And then he left me. So I was smart. I thought, I'm going to wash the vomit out of my mouth so I don't have to throw up. Not so smart. Back to the boat. Oil has a way of sticking by the boat, so yeah, the oil made me vomit again. And if you think watching your vomit float out to Mexico twice in 5 minutes is cool, you really have to try scuba diving with vomit in your mouth. There is really nothing quite like every breath you take being flavored by oily chunks. But you know what? I did it. I am CAT certified. I got my certification that day. And it was traumatic, a little bit. It was horrible, a little bit. And yeah, it was painful. But you know what? I did it for love. And sometimes love hurts. But it can also be pretty great. Like Joe, he got this awesome present because of love, because I loved him. So you can imagine a few months later when my birthday came around, I was thinking, he knows I speak French, maybe a trip to Paris. He knows I went to film school, maybe a trip to LA. Or, you know, a new backpack, we could go hiking for a week, that would be great. So I want you to imagine for a second the look on my face when I opened up the envelope and 2 tickets to Puerto Rico fell out. And Joe said, "And I signed us up to get advanced SCUBA certified." Which brings me back around to what I said earlier. I am currently single. And I give great gifts.